The notification lit up his phone at 11:47 p.m. Transfer complete. $500 to Jason M. I watched it from across our kitchen counter. My husband didn't know I was standing there in the dark. Jason M. The same name I'd seen on his Venmo, his Cash App, his Zelle, for 6 months straight. Babe. His voice came from behind me. What are you doing up? I turned, looked at the man who told me 3 days ago we couldn't afford our daughter's $25 field trip. Couldn't sleep, I said. He kissed my forehead. His phone buzzed in his hand. He flipped it face down. Get some rest, he said. Big day tomorrow. I smiled, nodded, went back to bed. But I didn't sleep, because I just logged into the Robinhood account I found in his deleted emails. $47,000 in stocks. $80,000 transferred total. All under one beneficiary name, Jason Michael Turner. Age 19. My husband was 38. I took 50 screenshots. Because tomorrow, I wasn't asking questions. I was getting answers that I'm still at my kitchen table. It's 2 a.m. My laptop screen burns my eyes, but I can't look away. Every transaction tells a story. Dates, amounts, messages. Proud of you. For the apartment, college fund. My daughters are asleep upstairs. Emma, 7, and Lily, 5. My husband's snoring in our bed, and I'm watching 9 years of marriage dissolve in a spreadsheet. 6 months ago, everything seemed normal. Married 9 years. House in the suburbs. I worked part-time as a dental hygienist. David was in tech sales. Not rich, but comfortable. Then the money started disappearing. March, $400 gone. Fantasy football pool, he said. April, $600. Car repairs. May, $750. Gift for my mom. Small amounts. I didn't push it. Who wants to be that wife? But last week, Emma came home with a permission slip. Field trip to the Science Museum. $25. Can I go, Mom? Everyone's going. I checked our account. $340 until payday. Groceries. Gas. Bills. Let me talk to Dad. That night at dinner. We can't afford it right now, Em. My daughter's face fell. It's only $25. And it adds up. We need to be smarter with money. I stared at him across the table. This man who was lecturing our 7-year-old about $25. The same man who that night, lying next to me in bed, picked up his phone and tapped until I saw the screen light up. Transfer complete. That's when I knew, Saturday morning. David was outside mowing the lawn. The girls were watching cartoons. His iPad sat on the coffee table. I picked it up to look up a recipe. A notification banner dropped down. You paid Jason M. $600. My heart stopped. I clicked it. His Venmo opened. And there it was. Months of payments. March 15th, $400 to Jason M. Folded hands. April 2nd, $350 to Jason M. Flex biceps. April 28th, $500 to Jason M. May 10th, $600 to Jason M. Proud of you. June 3rd, $750 to Jason M. For the apartment. For the apartment. Proud of you. I took a photo with my phone. Then I checked his other apps. Cash App, Jason M. $450. $500. $380. Zelle. Different email, jmturner2005@gmail.com, but the name appeared when I clicked it. I Googled the email. Found an old Facebook account. Jason Michael Turner. Age 19. Lives in Portland, Oregon. Portland. Where David told me he had a work conference last month. I closed everything. Put the iPad back exactly where it was. Walked to the bathroom. Locked the door. And threw up that I couldn't sleep that night. David was snoring beside me. I kept thinking about that number. 19. If Jason was 19, he was born when David was 19. Before we met. Before we got married. Before our daughters. But why had I never heard about him? At 1 a.m., I slipped out of bed. Grabbed David's phone from the nightstand while he slept. Unlocked it I knew his passcode. He'd never hidden it from me. Or so I thought. His texts with Jason were deleted. All of them. But his email app was still logged in. I went to trash. Scroll back 3 months. There. Your Robinhood password has been reset. Robinhood, an investment app. We didn't have a Robinhood account. At least, I didn't. I wrote the email address down on my hand in pen. Crept to the living room with my laptop. Opened Robinhood. Clicked forgot password. Entered his email. Security question. What is your firstborn's middle name? I typed Emma's middle name.
Rose. Wrong.
Lily's.
Grace. Wrong.
I stared at the screen. Then slowly, a sick feeling crept up my throat. What if the firstborn wasn't our daughter's? I typed Michael. The screen changed. Password reset, link sent. I was shaking as I clicked the email. Reset the password. Logged in. And my entire world flipped upside down. $47,000 sitting in stocks. Tesla. Apple. Amazon.
Meta.
I clicked transaction history. Transfers going back 18 months. Our joint checking account. An account I didn't recognize. All adding up to over $80,000. But it was the beneficiary line that made me stop breathing. Transfer on death beneficiary. Jason Michael Turner. I scrolled to a memo on a February transfer. For college. I'm sorry I can't be there more. Love, Dad. Dad. The next morning, after David left for work and I dropped the girls at school, I sat in my car in the parking lot. And I called his mother. Linda, it's me. I need to ask you something and I need you to be honest. Okay. Do you know anyone named Jason Turner? The silence lasted forever. Oh, sweetheart. Her voice cracked. You need to talk to David. Linda, please. Just tell me who he is. She sighed. A long, shaky breath. Jason is David's son. From before you two met. David was 19. A girl he was seeing in college got pregnant. Both families decided on a closed adoption. That was supposed to be the end of it. When did Jason contact him? Another pause. About 3 years ago. He turned 18 and wanted to meet his biological father. 3 years. We'd been married for 6. And nobody thought I should know this? I told David 100 times to tell you. He said you'd leave him. That you'd think he was keeping secrets. Which, I guess he was. My hands were gripping the steering wheel so hard my knuckles were white. He's been sending Jason money. Thousands of dollars. I know. He told me he was helping with college expenses. College expenses? Linda, he took $34,000 out of our retirement account. Silence. What? Check didn't tell you that part. I hung up Tuesday night. David said he was working late. Client dinner. I told him I had book club. I didn't have book club. I had a plan. I dropped the girls at my sister's. Told her I'd be back in 2 hours. Then I drove to David's office and waited. At 7:20 p.m., he came out, got in his car, started driving. I followed 3 cars behind. Heart pounding, hands sweating. He didn't go to a restaurant. He drove 15 minutes across town to an apartment complex I'd never seen before. Parked. Grabbed a Trader Joe's bag from the back seat. Walked to Building C. I watched him buzz Unit 304. The door clicked. He disappeared inside. I sat there for 5 minutes. Then I got out. Walked up to the building entrance. Found the directory panel by the door.
Unice 304, J. Turner de Harrison. De Harrison.
David Harrison. My husband. His name was on a lease. For an apartment I knew nothing about. I took a photo. My hands were shaking so badly it came out blurred. I took 3 more. Then I walked back to my car, got in, and screamed, did I know this sounds crazy? Maybe it was. But I'd come this far. I ordered a paternity test kit online. Paid extra for express shipping. When it arrived 2 days later, I did something I'm still not sure was legal. I repackaged it. Used David's office address as the return label. Wrote a note on his company stationery that I'd stolen from his home office. Hey Jason, Mom's doing a family tree project and asked me to send this. Just swab your cheek and mail it back when you get a chance.
No rules.
Dad. I mailed it to Unit C 304. Then I waited. 3 weeks felt like 3 years. I went through the motions. Made breakfast. Drove carpool. Smiled at David across the dinner table while rage burned in my chest. Finally, the results arrived at the P.O. box I'd rented. I opened the envelope sitting in my car in the post office parking lot. My hands shook as I unfolded the paper. Probability of paternity, 0%. Jason Michael Turner was not David's biological son. I read it again, and again. Someone had lied to David 19 years ago. Maybe Jason's mother. Maybe an adoption agency. I didn't know. But David had emptied our savings, our retirement, our daughter's future, for someone who wasn't even his son. I didn't scream. Didn't cry. I planned. Called a divorce attorney. Opened my own bank account at a different bank. Transferred exactly half of what was left in savings. $3, $200. Printed every screenshot. Every bank statement. The Robinhood transactions. The apartment lease. The 401k withdrawal proof. And the DNA test. Friday night. Girls were asleep. I told David we needed to talk. He sat across from me at our kitchen table. I spread out the papers between us like evidence at a trial. "What's all this?" he asked. "You tell me." He picked up the first page. Venmo transactions. His face went pale. "You went through my phone. You stole $80,000 from our family." "I didn't steal. I was helping someone who isn't even your son." I slid the DNA test across the table. He grabbed it. "Read it." His mouth opened, but no sound came out. "That's impossible. Her family told me. They lied. And you've been lying to me for 3 years. You gave away our daughter's future to a stranger." I thought he was mine. "You didn't think, David. You lied. You told our daughter we couldn't afford a $25 field trip while sending thousands to someone else." He put his head in his hands. Started crying. I stood up. "I filed for divorce Wednesday. I'm taking the girls tonight. You'll hear from my attorney Monday." "Wait. We're done." I walked out. 3 months later, I'm sitting in a smaller apartment. 1 bathroom. No yard. But it's ours. Divorce finalized. Full custody. Child support. Half the remaining retirement, $30, $500. David lives with his mother now. He tried explaining everything to Jason. Jason blocked him on everything. Turns out lies don't make good foundations. My daughters ask about Dad sometimes. I tell them he's figuring things out. I don't tell them about Jason. Or the money. Or the betrayal. Maybe someday. Not yet. My phone buzzes. Final settlement check. $18,400. I open my banking app. Create a new savings account. Transfer $6,000. Label it Emma and Lily College Fund. Because my daughters will never wonder if their mom chose someone else. "Mom," Lily calls from the living room. "Come see our fort." I close my laptop. Walk over. Crawl inside their blanket fort that smells like popcorn and strawberry shampoo. And I realize something. I'm finally free. That notification at 11:47 p.m. changed everything. Not because it told me something new. Because it forced me to stop pretending. If your gut is screaming something's wrong, listen to it. It knows before your brain wants to believe it. Take screenshots. Get proof. Get out. You deserve someone who chooses you first. Not someone who makes you beg for $25 while giving thousands to strangers.